Hi, everybody. Welcome to September. It is time for another edition of our monthly channeled message with the Council of Light. And if you are ever interested in talking to them personally and gaining information about your personal lives, you know you can always have a session with me through what I'm now calling spiritual guidance. I change the names of my things a lot, so sometimes I forget. But anyway, let's get to it and invite the Council of Light to come through and share with us their message. Greetings, everyone. We are glad you are here. And we would like to bring you some good cheer because for on that earth plane, we see that there is a lot of strife and bottlenecked energy, tight, stuck, and it needs to be released and opened so that you may all move forward into your joyous capacities at full throttle. So while we are speaking to you today, you may listen and relax as you do always. And we wish to say that it is time to rejuvenate yourselves through our message, because while we are speaking to you, we are also doing a bit of technical work, if you will. If you think of your physical beings attached to your energy beings like computer motherboards, we will be working with your dashboards inside your motherboards in your energy fields. We will be opening your energy stations, and we will be reharmonizing, restructuring, and repurposing the energy inside yourselves as you listen to what we have to say so that you are reconfigured in a way. You won't feel it, and it won't distract you, and it won't harm you in any way, but we will work in this capacity on a technical level from our place in the light as we speak to you about joy, which is always your birthright. So you have this ability to be joyful all the time. You have this ability to be creative and in flow all the time. You have this ability to be in the special seeds and flow of the sow of love. And that is your natural state of being. When you find yourselves stressed or in disgruntledness or in states of non-harmoniousness, you must cultivate yourselves back into a place of vibrancy and of fresh energy. How do you do so? You must participate in actions that bring you joy. You must participate in actions that bring you peace. You must participate in actions that cultivate positivity in your thought forms. We encourage you to be vigilant with your minds and with your physical routines. When you do things for yourselves on a daily basis, micro actions such as meditation for 5 minutes or walking or eating healthy foods at a certain time of the day or practicing your exercise, we encourage you to continue to keep this up. You don't need to do everything under the quote wellness umbrella that you all know you have in your earth plane. But we suggest that you pick 1 or 2 things and do them over and over and over again. It's very important that you do this now, here, in this particular time frame. You came off of a month last month when we were speaking to you about feeling very gritty and dense and technically stuck. It was an intense time for many of you and a frustrating time for many of you. This month, you are moving forward into a space of harmony and joy and lightness. But right now you are all bottlenecked in this trapped space. The place that you have come from is narrowed, and you are all trying at the same time to go through the narrow space and come out into the other side of harmoniousness. So it's going to take some time. It is like those people on the earth plane who are cattle ranchers, and you are driving the herd back to the ranch, and there is a door opening in the fence, and all the cattle are being bottlenecked as they go through the fencing and into the farmyard. It will finish, it will complete, it will take some time. Have no fear. All of you are going to be able to get through to the other side of this bottlenecked energy. By the way, we do not mean to offend you and suggest that you are cattle on the earth plane, for that is not true. As we have said to you on many occasions, through and through and through, you are all divine beings. You are all sparks of light. You are all effervescent, ever so bright. And you are moving through your lives on these evolutionary continuums as we share with you the best practices and the tips and the tools to do so with ease. So we use acronyms and we use metaphors and we use symbology as comparisons so that your human mind can understand and construct meaning around what we say. The other thing that we wish to share with you today is that it is probably a good idea for you to practice cultivating healthy routines for mind, body, and spirit on a daily basis, so that when this kind of energy that is bottlenecked now comes at you in the future, for it will come again, does not snag you and hold you and keep you stuck in this space that you are rooted in right now. It is very important for you to cultivate these attentional practices towards harmoniousness and joyousness and peacefulness so that you can move forward next time with more ease, more comfort, and more grace. And how do you do so? It is up to each one of you individually to find the activities and the routines and the special doings that bring you joy, bring you peace, bring you lightheartedness, bring you happiness and a sustained grace. When you are able to do so, you will find yourselves living more joyful lives, more sustained, peaceful lives, more creative lives, and the like. It is important for you to find things that sort of hook you or latch for you and stick around. You might be interested in a certain dietary routine. You might be interested in a certain exercise routine. You might be interested in a certain type of thought pattern routine. Find the other human beings on the earth plane that are doing those same things and be exclusive about how you associate. For example, right now, as you are bottlenecked and stuck in this position of waiting to get through the tightness of the energy and move into the openness of the energy on the other side, it is very important that you only continue to listen to relate to, and to be in relationship with others who are in this space of looking forward to the positivity and the openness as well. If you are surrounding yourselves with colleagues that are disgruntled, or family members that are always angry, or children who are combative, it is important for you to not be locked into that with all of your emotional energy, psychological energy, mental energy, physical energy all the time. You must begin to peel away at certain times from those energies that are dense and tight and gritty like sandpaper. For in this way, you will be able to unstick like Velcro, peel away from that grittiness, that denseness, that hardness. And we recognize that for some of you, it is more intense than at other times. And in relationship with some folks, it is more challenging than at other times, but this is when it is the most important for you to cultivate moving into and looking forward to the practices of mind and body and spirit that are harmonious for you. We will pause now and share with you that we have concluded working with the quote unquote motherboards of your energy stations. And we will share with you that it is always a joy when you allow us to come through in this way. We work with you each and every day as a tribe of light. We call ourselves here in this capacity the Council of Light. And for some of you, we come as a voice box and we come to you once a month. For many of you, there are other entities included here that do this work with you. We are the personal spirit guides for you, the light being effervescent tribe that supports you day and night. So although we call ourselves the Council of Light, know that each individual who is listening to our words here today has many hundreds more souls that align with you and connect with you in your own way. And those souls work with you each and every day. So when we say we have worked with you from the motherboards, it is your tribe that has done the work. The Council of Light that we call ourselves here work with you only in this particular time, and if you call upon us to come and work with you. We just like to be clear in our distinctions so you understand the boundaries and the ethics of which from we work. So getting back to the bottleneck, it is going to be a few days before you start to feel a reprieve, before you start to feel the balance and a harmony and a lighter refreshingness. Don't worry, it will lift like fog blowing over or mist as it has settled into a city port side. Eventually it will clear, but you must begin to cultivate these positivities. So look for the folks on social media who are the positive change agents and the gurus of positive thought for you. Do not align yourselves and participate with folks who are angry, bitter, frustrated, complaining, and the like, for that will only continue to weigh your energy fields down like anchors or weights unnecessarily as you move through this bottleneck, and it will prevent you from moving through at your natural pace. It will keep you stuck farther back in the group of all of your beings that are trying to move through the bottleneck. For those of you who are practicers of thought or meditation or yoga or movement, it is time to cultivate a daily focused action in bringing yourselves forward so that you may be uplifted by spirit. We, of course, here in this message, lift up the spirit of your soul and your psyche and your vibration all at once every time you listen to our words. So it is important for you to do so over and over and over again. But we would also like to say that you must find other outlets as well. It's important for you to eat the nourishing foods that are healthy for your bodies at this time, the seeds and the legumes, the fruits and the vegetables, the highly nutritiously dense packed vitamin foods. Steer yourselves away from the caffeinated foods that are overly caffeinated and from the artificially injected foods that have chemicals and preservatives and the like added to them, because those are also weights that are anchors on your energy station at this time, and they will pull you backwards and not allow you to move through this bottleneck of energy reserves in a timely fashion. We encourage you to be very calculated about this. Drink a lot of water, breathe deeply, look at the sun and the sky as much as possible. Look outside to the trees, be in nature on a daily basis if you can. It's really important for your bodies right now to be nourished by the plants and by Mother Nature. Listen to spoken word meditation that is of the guided nature by the spiritual masters on your earth plane that encourage you to ground and anchor and harmonize yourselves. That is needed for you now. Strip yourselves away from the mass media fear-based monologues. Strip yourselves away from the group chatters on your social media platforms that are constantly complaining. You do not need that at this time. Only align yourselves with vibration that is pure and loving and light and true and kind and thought for provoking into the positivity of the world around you. As you do this, it will be like a vibrational balm soothing you, moving from the outsides of your vibrational frequency in, and it will begin to harmonize and restructure and change as you grow. So think about the things that you can do now to let go, and think about the things now that you can do to bring in. A swap, if you will, a yin for a yang, a light for a dark, a night for a day, and the like. Even if it is tiny, such as the name brand chemical-laden chocolate swapped out for a more robust organic or fair trade chocolate, you will do yourself well to align yourself in that way. Even if it is letting go of a sugary soda drink and replacing it with one water just once a day, you will do yourself well. Even if it is exercising for 10 minutes, whether it is a quick stretch or a walk around the block, or taking the stairs in your building instead of the elevator, it will do yourself well. Do you see the minute actions we are talking about here? Picking one or two things and leading yourselves forward and being very calculated with that and sticking to it on a daily basis. We are not saying to do a grand sweeping, humongous, harmonious change of everything, give up all your possessions, become the guru monks that are living in monasteries and nunneries. No, we don't mean a radical shift. We mean a tiny micro shift. And in that tiny micro shift, you will be able to navigate through this bottleneck energy that is causing society to be feeling more aggravated at this particular time. And it will help you get through faster. It will help you move forward with ease and grace and compassion. This is one of the secrets, so-called, of your earthly experiences that you call life. Learning how to navigate through the strife. When you take cultivated, mindful action and step-by-step direction towards positivity, towards love, towards grace, it helps you feel better. And then you are living a better life. It is that simple. So thank you for listening to this here today. This is a snapshot for you. And even though the bottleneck that we are talking about is coming to resolution in the next several days or so, it is very important for you to cultivate this lesson and carry it forward through this entire next month and into the month after and the month after and the month after and so on and so on and so on, because it will propel you forward into all the other sticky points of your lives with great tools in your toolbox. And if you already have tools in your toolbox, double down on practicing them. And if you have already been practicing the tools in your toolbox, practice them more. And if you've already been practicing them more in your toolbox, add new ones. Do you see that there is always a level for you to grow in your vibrational station of purity and light? You can be a novice and starting out putting one foot in front of the other, or you could be a lifelong learner of this work that we speak of here today, and we invite you to add more. There is always growth potential. You always are moving forward on your continuums of learning in those lives of yours on that earth plane there. You will never stop moving forward. You will never stop moving into the light. You will never stop growing into harmony with the divine, for that is your divine right. It is a natural pull. It is a natural essence, like the ebb and the flow of the oceans, connected to the tides and the ebbs and the flows and the wanings and the waxings of your moon cycles. It is a natural force that cannot be stopped. It is inherently inert, moving forward at all times, whether it feels like right now where you're stuck in the bottleneck or not. Thank you for listening to us here today, and we will leave you with these bright blessings, and we will say that it is time for you to cultivate a list for yourselves and move forward now in a concentrated way, and we look forward to hearing from you about what you have chosen to do. and how you have chosen to move forward into the light and into the routines that are ever so right for you at this time. We will take this leave now and say goodbye, and we wish you well until the next time we are to come to you. Namaste, adieu, and goodbye for now. What a wonderful message from the Council of Light. I am so thrilled and so glad to be reminded, and I hope you are too. I'm very curious, as Laura, the human being, to hear from you about what you are choosing to modify or tweak or change or bring into your practices. Shoot me an email and tell me what you're incorporating this month. I'm myself committing to being very dedicated with my exercise routine. My schedule is changing, where for several months in a row, I've been able to do my exercising first thing in the morning. And I found over the last several days, I've been unable to exercise in the morning, and it's escaping me later in the day. So I promise to be able to fit that in and put it into the routines just as much as it's fit into the mornings. I will do that and commit to that in the afternoons, because that helps me feel in flow and in harmony with my best self. So what are you going to do? I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.